Welcome back to another episode of Uncut Uncensored with Caroline Stanbury, and I am beyond excited for today. 2 days ago, I got a DM. I get, loving ones and I get awful ones, but this one stood out, and she wrote, "I'm sick of seeing you thriving."
The minute I walked in, I was like, wow. The minute you walk into a place, you know whether you're going to enjoy this night or no. Similarly with a person, you just know.
You said you didn't like the mirror in front of my bed. Why?
Because there's a reflection that's coming onto you, and when you're sleeping, if there are thoughts that are happening in the night on a subconscious level, it gets attracted back. And all our thoughts are not always positive. Always have multiple sources of income. When you do that, you already know if one, for example,
drops out,
at least the other one is yielding, right?
Yeah.
So energies are always speaking to you. If you are at the right frequency and tuned up, you'll pick up. You'll pick up all the time.
Sorry, my eye went viral, remember? And so it went, however many millions of people saw it. So you have a very interesting take on my eye. Go on.
Yes. So if something happens to the eye out of the blue or to your foot, it is nazar, it is evil eye.
Some people don't understand that they have this very heavy, thick, dark, miserable energy. Welcome back to another episode of Uncut and Uncensored with Caroline Stanbury, and I am beyond excited for today. I can't tell you. Well, first of all, most of you know by now that I'm really into, the new me is really into energy, healing, motivating people. You all know I've got this female retreat coming, and by accident, I don't know, a couple of months ago now, I met this amazing lady who I can't wait to share with you. She is the #1 astrologist, tarot card reader, numerologist, go on.
Vastu
Healer.
consultant, into healing, into energies, into sorting out the energies at your house and in and around you. But thank you so much for that introduction. Why don't we reverse roles today for a minute?
And tell everyone your name, because I cannot pronounce it in the nicest possible way. I call her SS. You all are allowed to after this too, because it's quite a mouthful.
Yes. So my name is Shradha Salla.
Shradha
I know it's a
Salla.
little tongue twisting because Indian names are like
English.
that. Yeah.
Shradha Salla. I want to get it right. That's why I wanted you to do it to yourself. But tell everybody how we met.
Yeah. So Caroline just introduced me so beautifully, but I'm going to reverse the role right now for a minute because you don't understand how gorgeous you are.
Oh.
I saw you in a fashion show, in a very big, prominent fashion show in Dubai, just like a couple of months ago. And I couldn't get my eyes off you. I mean, in the best way possible. Me and my daughter were together, and we were like, who is this girl in the red? And energies is my first language, and that's all I speak, and that's all I know. And you had this radiant energy in you and this vibration which I was so attracted to, and that's the reason I came and spoke to you that night. And then, of course, we cannot forget the handsome prince who was wearing a white Indian Jodhpuri outfit, and that looks so good. And you're always talking about everybody, but do you realize how amazing you are?
Thank you. I don't know. I think we all get a bit like that, don't we? We sort of, I do suffer sometimes, not from imposter syndrome, but from, I think, being at school when you live with as many women and you're used to people putting you down. I've also been on Housewives where everybody sort of removes your wins.
I know what you mean. Yeah.
And I think you forget sometimes to really look at what you've achieved and what you're achieving and what you're doing for people. And I have to say, this little break that I'm having from Housewives has given me time to become the happiest, most relaxed version of myself, which is what I think you were probably attracted to.
Absolutely. And my mantra in life is I love me. Because if you can't love yourself, you can't love anything at all, right? But the minute you start falling in love with yourself, you will be giving it out there. So I feel bad for people who are, instead of raising their own vibrations, trying to put the other one down. Why not get into self-love? Why not get into self-care and see the energy you're going to be attracting back?
I find that fascinating. It's something I talk about a lot because I do not understand. I actually, this is very interesting. 2 days ago, I got a DM. And normally nothing really, I get, loving ones and I get awful ones. But this one stood out because it was the wording she used. She lives here somewhere in Dubai. And it was an English woman, blonde hair, looked lovely, looked like a lovely family. And she wrote, "I'm sick of seeing you thriving." why don't you do some charity and post that or something? But it wasn't the rest of that, because charity, I have said I do, and most of you that followed me, I do a lot. And I feel that that should be private and personal.
Yeah.
But
And that's a little negative.
I'm sick of seeing you thriving was so interesting to me, because I do things to show you that you can do it too. If I can do it, you
yourself,
can do it too.
Yeah.
And it was just such an interesting comment that I just thought, wow, only women do that.
So, I mean, if we take it a little personally and get down specifically to her with all due respect, I guess she must be coming from a space where probably she needs this help more than anybody else. When you're looking,
Sorry, she did say,
right,
I can't have the same lifestyle as you. So, because sometimes I get that from people I understand that are looking at me and they maybe can't afford what I have. And you kind of understand that more.
right.
She actually said, I have the same lifestyle as you.
Yeah. So that's good that she recognizes that, but it's also important to understand, take out the best of what you can, right? I mean, some of us are fortunate to have it all, and also more fortunate to give it out there. Social media today has become a platform where we can learn so much from. Why are you looking at the negative part of it, and why not the positive? I mean, today when I look at your feed, there's so much more that I can learn. She's out there doing a women's retreat, there's this happening, there's that happening. So there's always a positive you can take out of that too. And I like what you said, you're doing it for people to understand and to learn more. And
Yeah.
why not?
Yeah. I mean, that's, I really, really feel it now. Like, I have gone a lot. I think I've built my career, which is hard when you do reality TV, obviously, because you're in a state of sort of fight or flight every day.
Absolutely.
But when you're not, it's amazing how much my gut and intuition every day leads me on people who I let through the door, who's in my home, my
Absolutely.
animals.
Yeah.
And that's how I lead my life. That's why I was so excited about getting you through my front door.
Right. Right. So, I mean, the minute I walked in, I was like, wow, right? The minute you walk into a place, you know whether you're going to enjoy this night or no. Similarly with a person, you just know that, this is something that's going to suit you. I walked in here, the colors that you've used, the art that you've used, the mixture of energies that's there. Any house that has pets which come lovingly towards you, you know there's a good karma in that house. You know that the reason the pets are happy is because there is an environment and an energy out there. Also, if you get into specifics, the way, I mean, I don't know if the viewers out there have seen your house, which is so beautiful. The minute you enter, you have this tree of life, which basically signifies growth. And a tree, there's structure, there's unity. It binds you down as well as it's growing so beautifully. And then you've wrapped it around with this light, which is amazing. And if you get into the science of it, even when I opened my compass and saw the directions, your pool is in the right area where water should be ideally. Your kitchen is in the right area where your fire should be.
There was one disaster. It's very funny, because if anyone knows me, this is absolutely true. She just told me that my front door is in the wrong place, which is a disaster. Money comes, I will make money, but it doesn't stay, which is...
So that's what happens with southwest front doors. I mean, there is so much prosperity that comes in, but there's enough that goes out too. So we're going to find some stability for you out there.
Well, for all of you running out there now with your compasses, checking whether you've got a southwest front door, and none of us can really do anything about it, there are ways that we can change this. So you suggested...
So you need to make... we can kind of twist the entry. We can give it a double facade.
Wait, why don't we dial it back? Sorry.
Okay.
So we start... For Feng Shui, right? The southwest is the most important entrance for money. Explain that part.
Okay. Little bit wrong out there.
Wrong.
So this science is known as Vastu, which is a science of directions. Feng Shui is a science which is used in China that is more for energies in and around the house, like the crystals that you have, all the water bodies that you have, your beautiful little tortoise that is roaming around. That's all a part of energy for Feng Shui. So what we work with is Vastu. Vastu is a science of directions, north, south, east, west.
Right.
And we try and see those directions and how we can balance it out.
So for all of these people now that rush out to get a compass,
so
what are the three main things?
Three main things are your main door and your entrance, which should be north, northeast, or east entry. Unfortunately, yours is the southwest. Second is your kitchen. Kitchen should be in the southeast corner because that is known as your fire corner.
Right.
And the third thing is your main master bedroom or your
It's the
office,
wrong side of the house.
which should be in the southwest corner, which is your prosperity zone.
Right.
But the beautiful part in your house in the saving grace is your pool and your water body. It's in the northwest where we need flowing water, and it's absolutely perfect, and it's really balancing the energies out there.
Right. So for those of us who are stuck and our
Yes.
houses are
Yes.
not in construction,
Yes.
what else can we do to counteract things like that we're already in? My son has got the room I'm meant to be in, and he's
Yes.
over the moon.
Yes.
He's busy moving the shoes she told him to take out of the
Yes.
cupboards.
Yes.
And it's sweet because you know what I really love? Like he's so interested too. He wanted to go straight upstairs and move his shoes.
Yeah. So there are little things that we can do. Like we can enhance them with crystals. We can enhance it with pieces of art. Beautiful pieces of art and sculptures. Mirrors work amazingly because mirrors are energy attracting devices. So the right placement of the mirrors in the right place is amazing. The way you have one right on top.
Yep.
In the middle of both the rooms. So that's a very good mirror. We can kind of tweak and change the energy of the entrance a little bit, how I showed you could do it.
You said
know?
you didn't like the mirror in front of my bed. Why?
Because there's a reflection that's coming onto you, and when you're sleeping, if there are thoughts that are happening in the night on a subconscious level, it gets attracted back. And
Right.
all our thoughts are not always positive.
No.
God forbid there's a little bit of a, personal spat that is happening. Because of the mirror opposite your bed, it rotates. The energy stays out there. So there should never be a mirror opposite anyone's bed.
So if you can't, again, like mine is actually attached to the wall, you can put a towel over the mirror at night.
You get these screens. You
can
get
put a
screens.
screen and
Yeah,
put
you
it
just
down
put
in
it
front
on
of
top,
it.
You roll it down.
So it
and you're
doesn't
sorted.
mean that you have to completely change the
No,
layout.
no.
You can do things. What would you say is a good, because I just got into this last year and I went to a crystal shop and I spent a fortune. What if you were just going to start with a crystal in the house? What would you be your number one, like go to run and get one? Now?
Amethyst for balance.
I've got that. Yeah, love that.
White quartz for attracting of positive
I've
energies.
got that too.
Yes. And citrine for money.
And that's the green one.
The green ones.
And then
Yes.
do you have to you charge them? How
No,
often?
the green one is the jade and the citrine is a yellow one.
Oh, yellow one.
Yeah, yeah.
And then you charge them
Every full moon.
every
Every
moon.
full moon, just put all your crystals out in a bucket with salt water. Just leave it out there. The next morning, get it in, wash it off, and put them back in their places.
Oh, we have to do that.
Yeah.
And
But
then
you have a whole lot. So you'll probably have to put them in the pool.
oh,
Where will you get such a big
that's
bucket?
true. That's true. I can do that.
Yeah.
And then it was interesting because obviously you follow me now, and actually
Absolutely.
I'm going to call you SS. SS has a very very big following. That's what I was so excited about. She's got like 9 million followers, and it means for me being so well known in India, it was she does all the celebrities and everybody high profile. I was so excited to get you here. I wanted to. Oh my God! I just lost my train of thought. What was I?
Guys, 1 million followers, 1.2.
Oh, 1.2,
Yeah.
sorry.
9 million soon.
9 million soon. No, I wanted you to come here and sort of look at how you can. I've always said that mindset is everything, that you
Right.
can change everything in
Yes.
your life with
Yes.
the right mindset. And I think a lot of people go, oh, it's so easy for you because you're this and that. And actually, I've been through quite a lot. If you look at
Right.
it, I've been sued for 8 years. I've been divorced. I lost my business. There is only so much someone can take with grace and happiness. But I've always chosen to see the best in every bad thing that ever happened to me. And that is a choice.
That is a choice, absolutely.
Many people
Yes.
don't. One of
Yes.
those bad things, they collapse. I had all of them, but I haven't collapsed. In fact, I'm rising now. Why do you think that I have that energy, or that those things I've been able to sort of manifest so strongly my life like that?
I think with you, what's happened is you've gone through your shares of down. Okay, none of us are perfect. We
No.
all go through that. We will fall down. Your ability to rise up again because of there's a certain energy in you, there's a certain intuition in you, your power, the way you're using your example to help others. Your ability to do that has brought you back again. Your clear thought process, just like your house, your mind is not decluttered. You've compartmentalized everything really very. Guys, I want to put you on a little secret. When I walked into your wardrobe, everything was in compartments and it was named and it was marked. So you're doing that in your life too. That I want to declutter the mess. I want to stick to what is important. And because you're doing that, you're able to optimize your day and do so much more and bring so much out there into the world. How is it easy for one person to be doing
And
10
not the other.
things? You know?
You know, that is something about this house. I always say to people, they're like, "Oh my God, this house is so tidy," and I have 3 kids, and I only have one maid, right? And there are
It's
houses with more.
completely in
I have
order.
3 children,
Yeah.
and it is beautiful. You could eat your dinner off this floor,
I
and I've
agree.
got dogs.
I agree.
So I need this order to be. Ah, Chloe, shh. I need this order in my house. Now it sounds like chaos. To thrive,
Absolutely.
to feel light. I can't have junk in my home, and I feel like a lot of people don't understand that. You all hold on to things thinking that it's, with fond memories of the past. I feel a lot of the times the past holds us
So
back.
I want to give you a few examples. When I visit people's houses, I'll see broken mirrors. I'm like, why is this here? Because a broken mirror is a crack in energy. Oh, we've just kept it. All right, there's a photo frame. It's chipped. Why is it there? There are photo frames which are empty. If you have a frame, fill it. Signify that there's an energy in it, right? If you do not declutter your life, how are you going to make space for the new, for the fresh, for all of that to come in? In your case, the same what you have done to your house, you've also done it to your life. Because you've gone through what you had to, you've crossed those milestones, you've decluttered, you've reached this position of understanding less is more, quality over quantity. Let me stick to this. You're able to fall in love with yourself and you're able to provide. That is your USP, and that is what everybody needs to learn. It all starts from us, it all starts from within. The little shift that we make in us, in ourselves, just changes everything. I'm going to show you a very, very small technique. When people come to me and they talk to me and they're like, tell us something that we can change so that our mindset will change. It's a physiological test, but you see how well it works. Like today, you and me both are sitting with our shoulders back in confidence. Just try and droop your shoulders down, and just look down and say, I look like $1,000,000.
I look like $1,000,000.
Do you feel that?
No,
Just put your shoulders back up. Yeah, everything there. I don't like your top.
I like it.
Exactly. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Little change in your physiology, in your body language, changes your entire aura.
I've always said that confidence is from within. It's not about what you're wearing. I think you just said that when you walked into, I don't care about what I'm wearing. I don't care about.
I love black, and
Yeah.
that's what I wear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And sticking by your authentic self, because people are attracted by the way you walk into the room, not the Birkin bag you're carrying.
Absolutely.
And the woman that needs the Birkin bag to feel like she's attractive, sadly, it won't be enough. It doesn't work.
It won't work. I mean,
No.
let the brand be you, right?
Yes.
Let that be an addition of whatever else there is.
Yeah, it's a cherry. It's not the cake.
Yeah, it's absolutely just a little cherry on top, but let the rest of the cake be you. And for me personally, I love the color black. I don't own any other color. I use it in my accessories and stuff, but anytime you see me, it's only black. Also, black is a very strong energy color. Nor does it give away, nor does it take. So it's just you, and there's this entire science on color therapy. So you're wearing like very, very good colors. These are the colors for the planet of Venus, which is blue and white, and they attract love, they attract luxury, and things like that. So you're wearing the right colors.
And
but
I
there's-
always have different colored nails. I have to. I don't know why.
But today, you're wearing the color for money. That's what your nail signifies. So you have Venus.
Never taking the green
so,
off.
So you have Venus, which is for love, luxury, attraction towards the finer things in life, and plus you have the color for money. So colors play a very significant role, but somehow I'm only attracted to black, white, silvers, and golds. And I just stick by that palette.
It's so interesting that all the things you said, because I mean, obviously I did my nails. I didn't know this was the symbol of money. And I love to make money. I'm very honest about it.
And why not?
Yes, I've always enjoyed it. I've enjoyed the power of being able to support I always say I'm high maintenance, but I maintain myself. And if I
Absolutely.
need money, I work for it. If I want something specifically, I work for it. And it's extremely powerful to me because especially I think going through the times we're going through now, And part of my retreat, which, hopefully you and I will do one at some point,
Absolutely.
is teaching women financial independence and how to do it. And the great thing is, come hell or high water in my life, no matter where I am, and I've had money and I've lost money and I've made money again, I know how to make it. Now I want to learn from you clearly how I keep it. But I think I'm doing much better
You are.
because
You are.
I was juggling. I'm always juggling because I have all these businesses that we support
Right.
as ourselves. But and I like juggling because it's a
Absolutely.
hustle.
Yes.
But obviously you want to go to the next step always. But I feel like buying all these homes that I'm doing for rental right now is like one of the most. I get my shopping kick,
Yeah. True.
and
You're
I'm
getting
getting
the houses done.
I'm getting the
Yeah,
houses,
yeah.
and my friends were laughing at me last night, going, "It's not monopoly. You're buying them like they're lollipops."
Take the dice, roll it, Park Avenue, there you go. Come on.
Yes, all or nothing. I'm in.
Yeah.
But do you think that is? Am I going the right direction?
So I'll tell you what you're doing right. It is very important to have multiple sources of income. That's
My
something.
husband taught me that. He said 7.
Oh wow, really? Wow. And seven's a number for money also. So that's
many do we
really
have?
good that he's saying that.
Is it 7? No, count because she's here. It's numerology.
let's
we've
count.
we've got barley.
Right.
Wait, it's not a source yet. It's a drain right
The
now.
Airbnb. Yeah,
That's
but
a
let's not use the word drain.
Okay.
It's
We're building the
work
hotel.
in progress, right?
Yep. So we're building the hotel. So barley
Yes.
will be
Right.
the 5
Airbnb,
properties,
yes.
Airbnb, the podcast, the gummies,
Your
bedding,
Your linen line.
luxury promise. Just started working
Yes.
there.
You.
Well,
You.
these are all me. What's the other? Furniture, ebook. What else do we have? I know we're forgetting something. Instagram.
Yeah, that's what I meant you. Like, it's
Oh, and I'm the face of all these companies.
exactly.
We've got 10.
Exactly. Yeah.
We've got 10.
So
Is that a good number?
10 comes to number one. Number one is ruled by the energy of the sun. The sun is that one sun giving light,
What's the 11?
power, originality, leadership qualities, everything to the universe.
Oh, and
It's
the
a
TV
very,
shows.
very powerful number.
I forgot TV. I'm on TV.
There you go. There you go.
11.
So yours is countless, basically. It's limitless.
Yeah.
Yeah. So always have multiple sources of income.
Yeah.
When you do that, you already know if one, for example,
Drops out.
drops
And they
out, or
will.
how you said Bali right now, there's a lot of money that you need
Bills,
to put
yeah.
into it because
Yeah.
you need to, there's
Yeah.
travel,
Building,
there's
we're
costs,
building,
there's
we're
stuff
building,
like that
yeah.
and all. At least the other one is yielding,
Paying,
right?
yeah.
And what happens is you need to use money as a byproduct. Anything that you're doing, if you're working towards something, money is a byproduct and it's going to happen. That is the law of nature. Work and it's going to happen. So I know you love money, but you
Oh,
are
and the
more,
retreats.
but you are more passionate about what you do, and because of
Yes.
your passion, you will automatically make money.
But that's what. But I'm so upset. You said it's going to leave me all the time.
It's going to,
It's leaving me.
but it's also going to come. I also said it's going
you
to come.
did say it's coming.
Yeah, yeah. Also, I want to tell you one thing about you. You have everything money can buy. You know
That's
what
true.
you're looking at right now? You're
Yeah.
looking at financial freedom.
Yes.
Where you want to think one day, what else is that I need?
I
I
don't
have
need any.
all the
Yeah.
freedom in my life financially. Now let me give back this knowledge. Now let me give back this education. Now let me show people how I did it, and this is probably how you should follow.
Yeah, I mean, it's a big thing for me. I said one of the most, I was asked this question and I've said it a lot, is when did you realize you're so successful? And I said, the day that I didn't wake up worrying.
Yes. What do I need next?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're absolutely right about that. I mean, the fact that we are blessed to have so much, and the fact that we have so much knowledge that we can spread, and everything else is taken care of, is the day you know you've arrived.
So when people come to you and say they hear of you, like, what is your initial, like, I would say I want you to read my cards, or you would just read my energy and suggest what's right for that person. How does it work?
So I'm not going to scare anyone out
Oh,
here,
God.
but somehow there's a radar on me 24/7. The minute I see a person, I know.
Right.
I kind of know everything.
Right.
I'm not trying to be
Was that
conceited,
always
but
with you?
it's been there since almost 20 years now. Yes. So I would call it a part of the study that I did, and I would also call it a very, very big gift. So I just know that this is the energy Is there a health issue, wealth issue, relationship issue? I can read. So when somebody comes to me to my office in India, where I live in Bombay, or if they're visiting me whenever I'm traveling, the first thing we do is a 1 hour session which basically includes astrology, numerology, your personal energies. I understand your date of birth. I can analyze where you're at, where you're not, your birth number, your destiny number, your age, energy, and where the blocks are and how we take it further. Then I look into your name, I look into your signature, I sort that out. Then we figure out if you need a gemstone or not, and then we open up the cards. Once the cards are open, your entire life is in front of me.
Every
So
time I see somebody like yourself, you do get a lot of negative Nancy's that go, "Oh, she probably Googled you." Like, what do you say when people say all that? Because there is a lot of information about a person now out there.
yeah, but when we are sitting and when we are talking, there are things that come out which can't be found in any Google on the earth. You know, like things about your personal life, things that nobody would know, things that probably even you wouldn't know. And when you sit back and think, and you're like, oh my God, yeah, I remember this is what happened. That's when you know it's authentic. That's when you know the plastic from the top doesn't exist, and we are coming down to the core of it. So it's not superficial. It's very, very deep. And that 1 hour you spend with me is all about you, and everything comes out.
No, I noticed it when you walked into the office and you said the owner, and I thought you were talking about me, has an illness or something with a health issue, and I'm going to put them in touch with you actually because they're very good friends of mine. You said no of Barari, and it was very interesting. So that kind of went, oh, okay, because there's no way you would have known that or could have known
So
that.
energies are always speaking to you. If you are at the right
Tapped in.
frequency and tuned up, it's like the radio frequency that you're trying to tune up, you'll pick up. You'll pick up all the time. And that happens to me, I mean, in anything that I'm doing. I'm just picking up signs, signals. And the good thing is, which I see even you do, we act upon what we think about. So if something comes to you, I know you're taking control and you're acting about it.
I act straight away.
Similarly with me.
Yeah.
The minute I know, I'm like, you know what? This is what needs to be done. Let's get on with it. Let's move on
I
with
can't
it.
bear people that sit and procrastinate, or you go through all this and they say we're going to do it, and then 3 days later they have to pick
They've
you picked up the
disappeared.
phone.
It doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make any
Yeah,
sense to
yeah,
me.
yeah.
Then that's why when people look around and go, "Oh, how did you achieve that?" Well, I achieved it because I got up
Because I
and
worked hard.
said,
Yes. I
did
worked
what I
hard for it.
said.
Absolutely.
And if I was told no by one person, I went somewhere else. And I think you're right. I am very affected now by people's energy. Very affected. I mean, being in something like Housewives, again, it is very competitive. It's very sort of everyone's trying to be better than the other person. And I used to sit back from that. I'm not sure because I'm older as well than most of the girls, but I would sit back and feel like, I'm not here to prove myself
to
to
prove
you.
myself or do this.
I've already done it.
Yeah.
So like if this is what you think of me, it's not for me to change your opinion of me.
Of you, yeah.
And that's I think that's a blessing that Housewives gave me. But on the other hand, the other thing is I'm very aware of energy now, like very aware. Like I literally, it's physical for me.
So I want to, especially for you, and of course everyone that's listening to us, whenever you're out and you come home, before sleeping, sit on your bed and cut cords with everything that you have done in the day. So basically, you just sit on your bed for 2 minutes and you think that there is this imaginary knife that is going from up to down to your toes, coming from the back on your sides, and just cutting off all the cords. So anyone you've met, any situation, anything that's happened, anyone you've met, there's a meeting or whatever, you've just cut cords with everybody in the day. You'll instantly feel lighter. I even do this if I meet someone and I feel that, the energy is off. I close my eyes for 30 seconds. I just cut cords wherever I am and I let it go.
How do
And-
you feel about people in your life that you've had around for the long time, but they begin to suck your energy?
How do I feel about that?
Or how do you feel about them, or how do you deal with them? You.
So me personally, I do the cord cutting technique, and there's another thing that I do which is known as the bubbling technique, which basically after you cut the cords, you just see yourself in this bubble, whatever choice of color you have. I think for you it'll be pink because there's a big pink bubble right next to you. For me, I like gold or white, and I put myself in this bubble and I just say that positive things are going to come and touch my bubble. And I always take a bath with pink salt. The minute I come back with, from somewhere and there's someone close to me or someone known, I take a bath with pink salt.
Oh, wow.
In India, there's something do you know about nazar?
Yeah, I've
The
heard.
evil
Yeah,
eye,
evil
right?
eye.
So,
Oh,
especially back home.
sorry, my eye went viral, remember? And so
And
it went,
yes,
however many
yes,
millions of people saw it. So you have a very interesting take on my eye.
yes,
Go on.
yes. So, if something happens to the eye out of the blue or to your foot, it is nazar, it is evil eye. Now, nazar basically means sight. Some people have good sight and some people have bad sight. When I was doing your energy cleanse, I felt there was a lot of negative energy onto you, and that's the reason it just happened. Of course, it could have been a health thing also, but it was combined with this. We did a few cleanses and all, and you obviously took your medicines and everything, and then things got better. So always remember to keep cleansing your energies, because nazar is real. Negative and positive energies are real. Everyone's not going to be happy for you. Sometimes it's just on a superficial layer where, okay, I'm jealous of her or this or that, but sometimes it can go really deep. People are using it as sources to put the other person down. I mean, in today's day and age, instead of me being happy for you, I'm going to think, how can I put her down? And that happens very often. So always remember to cleanse your energies, salt water, other evil eye products. And if it's very, very deep, then me personally, I have around 20, 30 healers working for me, where we get rituals done where we can just cleanse the person out.
So what's pink salt, like Himalaya?
Yeah, Himalayan pink salt
Yeah.
it's amazing to keep in your. In fact, I was just seeing the other day on somewhere on Instagram that they've started pink Himalayan salt soaps and salt washes. So just buy those and use them every time. You'll feel an instant shift.
Okay.
Instant shift.
Okay. I mean, and what do you suggest? So, because some people find it, I guess it's a gift because I've had it since I was little, to
Right.
be able to see,
True.
to get myself back into a positive mindset, even if
Right.
I was sad.
Right.
Like living at boarding school from a very young age, it wasn't like anyone that loved you was coming to help you, right?
Absolutely. Yeah.
So you have to learn how to deal with those things yourself. And a lot of people simply can't. They drown in it. They wallow in self-pity and sorrow and in a very dark place. And as I said, walking into their house, you feel like, like
Yeah.
it's being sucked out of you, and it's very heavy. How can you help someone like that? What is it? What is something? I mean, other than walking around with a piece of sage, which I really, yeah, exactly.
So you know about that, right? So in Dubai, of course, everyone
Has sage,
cleanses
yeah.
bakur with bakur, right? That's also a very strong cleanse. But I mean, these are the things that you can use: sage, bakur, some kind of loban, anything to do with fire releases energies.
But sometimes you want to help someone without letting them know you're helping them. So you don't want to be rude, but you can feel it. Like some people don't understand that they have this very heavy, thick, dark, miserable energy.
So do you want to tell them about it, or you don't want to
Well, I
tell them
prefer
about
not
it?
to have to, but
So
I-
but you want to help cleanse
Yes.
it? You can take a picture of theirs and cleanse it on that.
I
Yeah,
see.
yeah. You can always take a picture, and if it's a friend and you don't want to tell them, just get it cleansed on that. Similarly, so again in India, I have these things known as nazar potlis. So it's pouches of energies. In fact, I'm going to get you like a whole lot the next time, and they have 10 different ingredients in it. So from salt to there's this thing known as alam, which is specifically for anything negative, and there's red chilies, because red chilies have a lot of power in them. There's lemon. There's a lot of different things in them, and we use it 7 times around us and also around the picture of a person, and just burn it or discard it into water. So sometimes if my kids are not around and I'm feeling like, they're a little upset about something or whatever, I just do that and they'll instantly call me and say, Mom, we're feeling so much more better. So if you need to help a friend out, these are the different tools that we use. Pink salt, sage, bakur, I'll send you some nazar potlis. Or the best is just pray for them and say, you know what? We want to give you, I want you to let go of this energy and try and give them a little bit of positivity as you can. But sometimes it's not in their karma to get cured at that time. So sometimes you just need to let it be.
And do you let them go?
You let them go. You just
Yeah.
let it be. Or you bubble yourself so that even if they come close to you, they are not entering into your sacred space.
Because I think that's
there's-
important. So I think when some women get into a good bubble again, it's very important not to let someone disrupt that.
Disrupt your bubble. Absolutely. Bubbling yourself is one of the most important things. You can do it in the shower, you can do it before you sleep, you can do it in the car quickly when you're going for a meeting. Just bubble yourself, go out there. Trust me, no one's going to enter your energy space.
I love
They're
that.
not.
Bubble yourself.
Yeah.
We say that we're in a bubble. Look behind you. Look, just
Yeah.
watching Bubble walk
Yeah,
around.
yeah. That's
It
so
gives
cute.
you such a happy
It gives
bubble.
you such a
We
happy,
always say
yeah.
that we're in a bubble, like we have a bubble, and that, you know, we try not to, because obviously you hear when you're in the public eye, good things about yourselves, bad things about yourself. Everyone thinks they
Also,
know.
when you're sitting in a group over drinks, over coffee, the minute you're sipping on your green tea, just say something good to yourself. I'm so happy that I'm protected and well taken care of. The minute you're saying it and sipping something, that energy is going inside your body.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that.
So
I'm going to do that.
even if you're having drinks with someone, you're having a glass of wine, you do cheers. But nowadays, I'm telling everyone, instead of doing a toast, let's say something positive. Let's manifest something and drink that. You know, let's manifest that this group is always together and we talk about only positive things. Or I want to hope that you achieve this in life, and let's do cheers to that and drink that so that energy goes inside our body. You can do that with your coffee in the morning, you can do that with green tea, you can do it with a drink, you can do it with whatever you want, and instantly you feel better. And I'll tell you how this works. Take the hand that you have free and put it down, okay? And now just take a deep breath and tell me till where that breath goes.
Just below my breasts.
Just below, right? Just turn the hand. Open it up, right, to the universe. Now take the breath.
To the belly.
There you go.
Yeah.
So
That's
you
really
understood
weird.
just that little closure. Mine, in fact, just goes till here. It doesn't even go below. And you just open it up because you're opening yourself to the universe. Please try it. Our behind the scenes.
Sergio, and for everyone
Sergio, yeah.
out there, you should do that. You
You
just
just-
turn up your hand, turn down your hand first, so it's your palm is on your leg.
Yes.
For those of you that can't see this, and then breathe in, just, you know, nicely, not crazily, and see where it gets to, and then literally flip your hand over
And see
and
what
see
happens.
what happens.
So this is how I feel energies in a house also, and I feel energies with a person also. I'll just sit there, I'll do this till where it's going, I know if I'm attracting or if I'm not. So if I'm sitting with you, it's gone all the way throughout. You know what I mean? And some places you'll enter and you just do this, you take a breath in and you just know it's stuck. It's just not there. So these are little things that you can use for yourself. The turning of the hand, the posture changing in 1
Oh,
second.
yes, I love that.
You know, the manifestation through water or through anything that you're drinking, the cutting cords technique, the bubbling techniques. And what does this cost? Nothing.
Nothing.
Just your presence of mind. And what you're getting in return? Loving yourself, decluttering, positive karma, attracting good energies into yourself.
I feel good already. I feel so relaxed. I need, like,
How easy is this?
yes, and it's so nice. I'm telling you, I have chosen this year to choose my friends in a very different way, which are people I want to be and emulate, or I am attracted to because for their presence.
So did you do this out of intuition?
Yeah, just I think age is weird.
So let me tell you something very interesting. You've chosen to do it out of intuition. I had put a post in the beginning of the year. 2025 comes to number 9. Number 9 is ruled by the planet of Mars. Mars is the planet of heat and fire. You know, there's energy, there's heat, there's fire, there's aggression. The only thing people should be doing this year is going inwards, because that's the only time when you can be calm and be at peace. You need to declutter, you need to remove all the negativity. Do you see what's happening around in the universe? The earthquakes, the things that are happening with
Fires,
the planes.
the planes are
the
all
planes.
blowing up. It's
all
crazy.
Mars. It's all the energy of Mars. You know, there's so much energy of fire around us, and we are physically seeing it in the world.
My God, it's all fire. You're right.
Yes. I mean, every single aircraft, this blew up, that happened, what happened in, you know, with the wildfires in
LA.
In LA. And it all started from because of Mars. And the minute you're going within yourself, you're touching a chord which the universe wants you to touch. Also, 9 is the last number, because we take numbers from 1 to 9, right? If it's an 18, it becomes a 8 plus 1, 9. If it's 27, it becomes a 2 plus 7, 9 again. It's the end of a life cycle. It's the completion of a situation. So this should be a year of declutter, discarding, closing things that you have. If there's a work deal or if there's something you're working on, don't continue on something new. End that, close it, come to a closure, and then we look beyond.
You know, it's funny you say all this because it's the busiest, craziest I've ever been. I can't tell you how much we do in a day. but it's the calmest I've ever felt
Yeah.
whilst doing it. It's really weird. I'm not panicked about all the decisions I'm making, and they're big ones. I'm not panicked about the businesses I have at all. I'm relaxed as anything, and I'm built the right team, and I am calm, calm, calm. I
That
lost
is
a lot of
lovely.
I lost a lot of money in 3 investments this year from that I'd been waiting for stocks. I was like, oh, well, not because I have so much money that it didn't matter. It does matter to me, but it wasn't meant for me, was my motto.
Yeah. And see, it's like it's going to also then the southwest door. It's going to come and going to go, sorry. You're going to beat me up today.
For all my
Should
friends
we?
out there,
Please come
the
from the other
garden
side.
is now the new entrance. I'm going to put a number on the back end on the back gate, and
But
all of
actually
you.
do that. Actually do that.
I'm
I
going to
was
do that.
going to tell you.
Actually, we really are, Sergio. I
Yeah.
need you to get a number. They're going through
What's the
that.
number of the house?
129.
129.
Yes. What is it?
So 9 plus 2, 11. So that comes to number 3, right? Yeah, number 3.
Okay.
Number 3 is Jupiter. Jupiter is a planet of growth and abundance. So that's amazing. Yeah. And let's put the number out there.
Fine.
Yeah.
So for all of my friends out there, you are no longer welcome at the front door. You need to go to the back door, which is now my new front door. I'm just letting you know.
Yes. Superb. Perfect. Also, do you know about the month of March? How interesting it is.
No.
So we have Venus in retrograde. We have Mercury coming in retrograde.
Oh my God.
We have a total lunar eclipse. We have a partial solar eclipse. So March is like this big party happening out there in the solar system. Yeah.
What are we going to expect?
It's very different for everyone in terms of your personal charts. But when Venus is in retrograde, no new relations. Try to mend the old ones.
You can stay.
Yes, there could be possibility of an ex-friend or an ex-lover or somebody coming back in someone's life. If you can reconcile that, do that. Business-wise, there could be something new that comes up from the past. So look into that, but don't start anything new right now.
Okay.
When Mercury gets into retrograde, you need to just be very careful of your communication and of your businesses. Whatever you're signing, whatever you're not, if you need to do anything new, just look into the papers really well. And understand that a little better. And the eclipses usually affect pregnant women. So if you're pregnant, then during the solar and the total lunar eclipse, just stay in the house. Not much of movement. Otherwise, that won't affect people that much.
Definitely not pregnant, so we're okay there. My son's on the stair, probably having a heart attack. Definitely
you
not
enjoying
pregnant.
this?
Yeah, the house is full of life. But I love all this because I just think it's so amazing to know all of these like things
Yeah.
that affect us daily because they
Daily,
do, and
yes.
we don't take them into consideration
Yes.
at all. Like I completely didn't even think about the eclipses coming and what March is bringing.
Even a piece of art in the house can affect. Like if it's negative, if there's some energy which is blocked out there, you can't even imagine how strongly it affects you. I mean, even today, the art in your house, we're using light, but you don't need light. Your light is so good. This is what a house should be all about. Energy, light, greenery, colors, love, life, your pets, your family. I mean, that's all the positivity. That's your true wealth.
It's funny because growing up, obviously, I have young boys and I have a daughter, and kids fight
Yes.
and families
Yes.
fight, and it's normal. But I feel like since we finished this house, we don't at all. Like it's got such a happy energy. The boys are. I mean, I don't know if it's because they're older. They're in and out. Their friends are in and out. I feel very. Everyone's got an amazing relationship now.
But I do want to tell you one thing. Try and, because you have so many visitors and people coming into your house, always keep your personal spaces closed.
Oh, that was
Which is-
interesting, ladies.
yes,
This is because
yes.
we're all guilty of this, especially from where we're all from. Like, a lot of us everyone loves to play dress up. So girlfriends
Yes,
come over,
yes.
have a glass of champagne, come to my, closet.
Yes, which is
we all
beautiful.
do that.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
great
yeah.
fun, but you're saying no.
No, because see, it's your personal space, right? I mean, those are your personal things. There's a certain vibration there. That's a room you use with your husband. We don't want any disturbance of energies out there. Even for your children, that's where they are at. That's where they sleep. They think. You manifest. You do certain things, And you don't, I mean, everyone who you're allowing in your personal space is obviously close to you. That's the reason they are there. But you never know what they've gone through in their day. What if they are discussing that this happened in my house? Then that's lingering in your room, right? And we don't want that to happen. So use your hall. You have such a beautiful swimming pool. You've got sunbeds all over your house. Hall, I mean, is basically your living room. That's what we use. Your study, the bar area. Use all of that, but don't use your personal space. And this goes for everybody. I don't allow anyone into my bedroom. And when I fight, not even my husband. No one.
So, I mean, obviously, I could talk to you for days, but if you were going to give somebody 3 tricks to get started before they saw somebody like you and sort of to just easy things to improve their lives right now, what would you tell them?
Okay. The first thing is know yourself better. Okay. Don't get confused by what is happening in the world. If something is what it is, take it at face value. Like, for example, what is YES?
Yes.
What is EYES?
No idea.
EYES.
Oh, okay.
So usually people would say ES. I loved what you said, no idea, because you're so true to yourself. EYES is eyes. It's just because
eyes. Yeah.
it's just because I said E
Yes.
and then I said the YES, the
Yes.
mind gets confused. So the first thing you need to understand is, and I loved your answer, no idea, because listen, I don't know, and this is me and this is who I am. You owned yourself. Own yourself, be sure of yourself, don't get confused by what other people say. That's number one.
So I think that is very powerful because a lot of women are living lives that aren't their own.
Exactly.
Find yourself. No
Yeah.
matter how scared, nothing bad happens when you find yourself.
Right. And you're the first person to say no idea. That's the first time I've got this answer. Everyone will say yes, it's another form of yes, it's this. They'll come up with words which don't exist, but nobody has said eyes. You know, because all I did was try to trick the mind a little. But be yourself. Fall in love with yourself. Say I love me to yourself every single day. It'll change your life.
In the morning or at night?
Every single minute of your life. So I have a tattoo that says I love me. And my brand is called as I Love Me. It's registered under my name, and everything I say is I love me.
He says, I
But
love you 37, 57,
That's
100 times
beautiful.
a day.
That's so amazing. That's
He
so
just
amazing.
calls it out, even in his sleep.
That's beautiful. But also love yourself.
He
So-
does. You
so-
actually don't enough. I love me.
I love
Stop
me is
telling
very,
me
it's
you
a
love me.
very
I love me.
powerful, yes.
That's very important for you
Yeah.
because you don't give yourself enough self-love.
And when you do have self-love, you'll be able to provide to others too. So morning and night, I mean, for me, there's no limitation. Any time you want. And the third thing I would tell you is,
That's your tattoo. My husband doesn't have a tattoo, but I want him to get one. He should have I love me. That's a very powerful one for you.
it is a very powerful one. I have one too. I'll show it to you guys. And the third thing that someone should start off with is a daily routine in the morning. Make sure you have that 1 hour to yourself. Do your gratitude, do your journaling, sit with yourself, do your affirmations through your coffee,
I sit in the sun when I can. or on
cut
my
your
balcony.
cords, bubble yourself,
Cut your
and
cords.
start with that. There's also this thing that I call the 8+8+8 rule, which I use, which is 8 hours of sleep, 8 hours of work, and the other 8 hours are divided into friends, family, and faith.
Oh, I love this. My skin is, my hairs are on end. You're amazing. I
Thank
see
you.
why everybody rushes to you. I could do this all day. Thank you
Thank you so much.
for joining us. Can you please tell everybody out there, because I'm sure you're going to be absolutely inundated, how they reach you?
Instagram?
Instagram.
I mean, yes, my profile's there, Shradha, @Shradha Salla. It's there.
You're going to have to spell that.
Yes. SHRADHASALLA, and they can reach out to me.
Thank you so much
Thank
for
you
coming on
so
today.
much.
That was incredibly powerful. Thank you
I'm
all
so
for
glad.
listening to another episode of Uncut and Uncensored. I'm going away with my mind blown. Don't forget to rate, subscribe, and follow. Thank you.
Yes, thank you so much.